This just in. Breaking truck news. Live from the Truck Show podcast studios in Huntington Beach, California, we have news that you want to hear. And when you have a pod shed in your backyard and truck news breaks, you go out your back door and you walk 10 feet, you push a couple electronic buttons, and you make a podcast show.
Unless you live in Long Beach, and then you drive down to Holman's house.
15 minutes. The old studio is 45. Yeah. Stop being such a wiener.
All right. Did the announcer say that? Stop being such a wiener.
Yes. All right. Well, we got truck news to get to. Something cool. We just felt like, well, it broke today. Awesome. Let's talk about it. But first, we definitely have to thank Nissan. We have to thank Banks Power, and we have to thank Full Moon Digital. Those are the people out supporting the show right now. And those groups are awesome. Please support them if you can. And we have to play the intro.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck, 'cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel and the ones that run on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show. Whoa, whoa.
It's the Truck Show with your hosts, Lightning and Holman.
All right, if you were watching the Super Bowl today, a great game, by the way.
Yeah, go Kansas City Chiefs beating up on the E-A-G-L-E. Yes, Eagles.
Did you not? Seagulls?
E-A-G-L-E-S.
Did you forget how to spell them at the end?
I think so, yes.
Okay, all right.
Fly, Eagles,
No,
fly.
okay.
Man,
Anyway.
I feel so bad. Dude, they haven't played in a Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl since like the 60s or something.
Not only that,
That's
but
got to sting.
Mike Trout on my Angels is a huge Eagles fan, and he's at every game. And so I was driving home with my family. I'm like, I feel bad for him. I'm like, no, I don't. He has a beautiful family. He's one of the most talented athletes in the world. He has more money than he could ever spend in his lifetime. You know what? Mike Trout, I'm sorry your Eagles didn't win. I don't feel bad now.
Is it bad to say I'm glad they didn't win because they would have lit Philadelphia on fire?
Well, yeah, and I like Philly.
Yeah.
Cheesesteaks, but not the Wiz. Okay, if you were watching the show, you would have heard this commercial.
Are you excited about buying an electric vehicle but worried that it could leave you unsatisfied? Then you could be one of many Americans concerned about premature electrification. Symptoms may include fearing you might not be able to last as long as you'd like.
There was plenty of charge before, and sometimes it goes away.
A lot of times.
I've been working a lot.
Being unsure if you'll have enough power to handle your payload.
I don't know if I got the power for this, baby.
I'm adventurous. I like to go all the way. I don't want to have to question if we're even going to make it.
Yeah.
It's a concern.
Lacking the confidence about getting and being able to keep a charge.
Having to stop every time we got really excited, that wouldn't work for me. Stop. Start. Stop. Start.
If PE, premature electrification, is something you're worried about, go to ramrev.com and find out if the Ram 1500 Rev, with options being designed to extend range in satisfying ways, is right for you. Coming soon, but not too soon.
I don't know who sat in the conference room of Auburn Hills, Michigan, and sold that, but kudos to you, sir or ma'am, because that is hilarious.
I mean, the fact that Stellantis just knows their audience and isn't afraid to go for it.
Well, and they're late to the party, right? And they're reading the tea leaves, and the tea leaves are everybody's starting saying, well, in a truck, does electrification make sense?
No, I'm saying, I get where you're going, but I'm saying, like, with that commercial, they're going for men.
No,
like,
of course. I'm just saying that with that commercial, the whole premature electrification and tie-in and the double entendre is awesome. And I definitely got a giggle out of it when I saw that this morning.
So what's the news?
So the news is that it's, well, let's just say the giggles weren't for everybody. We got a couple emails from our listeners today.
You guys were emailing us during the big game.
Yeah. This one's from our buddy Ray, RB, also known as Popeye. He says, what the F? RE Rams production Rev versus Revolution concept. I thought Ralph Gilles, who's the head designer, was a stand-up guy, but the Rev versus the Revolution looks like a bait and switch to me. The equivalent of a Valentine's Day job. I fear that I just lost a ton of my respect for Ray. I'm like, whoa, man, okay, that's harsh. And then Sam McCutcheon sends this to us, and I can only read part of it. The funniest part is completely, I can read it, but you'll probably have to bleep it.
I'll bleep it. That's fine.
Ram Rev, short for revolting. So, please help me understand. The production Ram Rev just dropped, and I think it missed the mark. I can't remember if it was Lightning or Holman who made the prediction of around 50% of the concept coming to production, but I remember thinking that was a bit aspirational. However, I never expected it to be like 1% skim milk in the form of a facelift. It looks like a rendering based on early rumors that a car mag puts out to get some cheap clicks. How dare you? There are a couple positives, however. I like that they didn't do the cringe Me Too design and put a light strip across the grille to indicate that it's electric. I noticed Ford and Chevy and Rivian did this after the Cybertruck premiered. And even though the Ram Rev disappoints compared to the concept, I still like it way better than the Chevy Silverado EV, which looks like a trans Camaro on growth hormones. I should probably apologize to people. That was unfair. They look better, actually. That's it. Cathartic ran over. Sam McCutcheon.
Well, so I just bleeped that out, and you guys have no idea what the punchline to his email
but
was.
It was
because
funny.
I bleeped it. Yeah.
All right, so long story short, they showed it. It's basically the body of the current DT, which is the current Ram.
Headlights are a little different.
With a completely different front clip, fender, hood, bumper. It's got the lights and the no grill. That looks like the concept. But the rest of it is like a smaller version of the concept's wheels. It still has Ram boxes, and the tail lights are a little bit different. The interior, from what we can glean, is a little bit different. It looks like, over where the passenger sits, it's got the Jeep-style passenger screen over there. It looks like the middle screen might be a little bit taller than the 12-inch that's in, say, the TRX that Lightning has. And then there is a plug-in door on the driver's side fender for plug-in electricity. And what we know about the Ram Rev, the official name is Ram 1500 Rev, is that it's going to be a battery electric vehicle with some sort of range extender on it. What's interesting is I don't see a fuel door on the driver's side where the fuel door normally goes. I do see a plug-in door, so it looks like you will be able to plug in to charge it. Where the fuel door is in the fuel port, I don't know. I was looking through the images. It's nothing like the concept to the point, but it's not bad. It's the current truck, which is great. It's just some styling updates to it. What do you think, Lightning?
I am having trouble seeing the truck for what it is because I like that commercial so much. But I think that it is a little bit of a letdown, and I'm kind of like Ray said, it a little bit of a bait and switch.
Okay.
And
I think we all knew the concept wasn't really going to... Can I throw something out at you and then have you pick it apart, as you often do?
Okay.
The thing I like about the Lightning versus the Rivian or the Chevys is that it still has a bed separate from the cab. It's still a pickup truck in the traditional sense of a pickup truck. The brilliance behind what Ford did with F-150 Lightning, it allows for all the bed accessories that exist in the aftermarket and have existed that fit F-150, fit that truck. I think Ram is doing the same thing. If they would have done that, the full skateboard type platform, and it was one piece body, they would have been the same boat as Rivian and as GM, starting completely from scratch. So is this sort of the stopgap in between and before they do that? I'm not sure. My understanding is it is a independent rear suspension. It's on the STLA large, wide body on frame platform, so it's still considered body on frame. It was designed for truck work, and so it's not like a modified just a skateboard that's been upsized for trucks. But yeah,
no, I think that they are. Remember when I said that Stellantis knows their market, right? And I think.
Do you think if it was too weird?
That's where I'm going. Yeah. That's exactly right. If they're going to do Cybertruck on us, they're just guys who own the current Ram, like a 3500 with a Cummins. They're like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And they're gonna sell their diesel because they don't like that Ram is jumping ship. And
well, I mean, this is the half-ton truck.
No, but I get it. But like, they don't want to piss off their core.
Yeah, well,
of course. They have to be careful about it. You know what I mean? I did find it interesting that for $100 refundable dollars, you can be a member of this club, and it unlocks exclusive privileges, including early access to pre-orders for the 1500 REV. And exclusive invitations to events and experiences, and news and information about future Ram electrified trucks for $100. Like some club, like
Well, you got to remember when
I
you
don't
have,
know how I
when
feel
you
about
have
that.
electrification, you have a lot less service needs. So you got to figure out other ways to
get some money.
out of your customer because your business model has been completely turned over end. Now, I'll just say, I think I was disappointed a little bit from the standpoint that it wasn't the super forward thinking, but I was also happy that it's still a traditional pickup truck that is still designed with pickup truck things in mind. It's not so far removed from today's 1500. I think it's a smart move. They retain their traditional customer. They keep them happy. But we'll see. I mean, I want to know what you guys think. truckshowpodcast@gmail.com or 657-205-6105. We don't know a lot about it. There's going to be more information coming soon.
We know it's going to be available in Q4 2024.
And order bank opens now. So as you hear this, call your dealer if this is something you're interested in.
It's coming, but not too soon. Yep. Heard it on the TV spot.
Yeah, I bet you did. Before we end this little bonus episode, I went to the @RamTrucks on Twitter, and you know how much I hate Twitter. But
I love it because it's a cesspool of hate.
Yeah, well, the comments in here are all about the commercial being hysterical and funny. People love it, but not a whole lot about the product, although there's a couple people who were commenting about how, here we go, the theme of Super Bowl ads for EVs that won't be available for 2 years.
My God, by the way, did you see every single commercial about a car, except for a couple local like Toyota ads, were all electric? BMW, the Ram.
I think last year was too. Yeah, it's just...
It's bad.
Premature electrification. Mm-hmm. I think that's hilarious. One guy here says, you got to be kidding. It's too far from the concept. I fell in love with the interior and exterior of the concept, but this is just a facelifted regular Ram 1500. So sad. Another guy said, boom, I'm ordered with their order number. Somebody says, premature? This is like the 4th EV truck to go on sale. Not counting that junk cyber trash that doesn't exist yet. I mean, oh, man. It'll be interesting to see. I think once the capabilities come out, how they're going to differentiate themselves. Again, I'm going to go back to, I don't think it's a bad idea that they have the traditional truck form factor for their customer base. And of course, we've said it before, if an aftermarket doesn't support a vehicle, it doesn't succeed. And so you want to give the aftermarket as much chance as possible for bed covers like your EGR.
I mean, it's got Ram boxes in it, and it shows that I think that they're going to they'll offer the full weight of aftermarket accessories. Yeah, that's just the way Ram does it. All right, well, this was a bonus episode. If you liked it, give us a 5-star review. If you didn't, ignore it and pretend we didn't post it. Does that work for you?
Sure.
truckshowpodcast@gmail.com.
The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show. Oh, oh.
All right, thank you, Nissan, Banks Power, Full Moon Digital for supporting the show, and giving you guys a little bit of love on our bonus episode. So you guys, these are the brands that have supported the Truck Show podcast. Please support them in return when you can. And just want to say thank you for not burning down Kansas City at night, unless it's for barbecue. Kansas City fans. Smells like burnt ends in that city when they riot. No, I was just gonna... brisket.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. It's a bonus episode. Do I let it right out, or we just said it? All right.
No, we're punchy.
All right,
Time to go home.
Going home. Later.
See you guys. Bye.